Shalom Uvracha from Yerushalayim, Ir HaKodesh. With the help of Hashem, we are studying the second Haftarah series, and this particular Shabbat, in our studies, we are studying the Haftarah of Parshat HaChodesh. We have spoken several times about the fact that four special readings, there are four special Shabbatot of Haftarot, of readings from the Maftir, and then readings from the prophets, from the month before Purim, the month of Purim, Parashat Zachor, Parashat Shekalim, which comes before Zachor. We have Shekalim, we have Zachor, we have Para, and we have HaChodesh. This coming Shabbat, we do not read the Haftarah of the weekly portions, but rather we read the Haftarah of Parashat HaChodesh, paralleling the reading from the Torah in the second Torah scroll of this week, where we also read about the centrality of the Chodesh. In the Torah, the reading is from the 12th chapter of the book of Exodus, HaChodesh Hazeh Lachem, Rosh Chodashim, all about the month of Nisan, and the central role of the focus on Nisan being the outstanding month of all months. In the Haftarah, we also read about a description, according to many interpretations, the description of the dedication of the temple that will be, with the help of Hashem, I hope it means immediately today, the temple that will be dedicated this Rosh Chodesh Nisan, Bezrat Hashem, which is coming up in a few days, and all kinds of special offerings and ceremonies connected to the dedication of the Chodesh, meaning the Chodesh Nisan. So we read from chapter 45 and 46 of the book of Ezekiel, the special Haftarah of Parashat HaChodesh. For many people, the study of the end of the book of Yechezkel is not something that they do very often. I'm sure that our viewers, as well as I hope all of Am Yisrael, wherever they may be, read through the entire Tanakh all the time, but somehow at the end of the book of Yechezkel, which focuses on many of the aspects of the futuristic temple, is not read by many people often. So it's always important to get into the Haftarah. You get a flavor of all the prophets. There was a great rabbi here in Yerushalayim. I had the privilege of studying under his tutelage. He used to teach Haftarot. His name was Rabbi Rabinowitz, of blessed memory. He's the author of Da'at Soferim, a wonderful, wonderful commentary. One of the few people, I think, in our generation who wrote almost on the entire Bible, almost the entire Tanakh. Very beautiful ideas. So he once said in one of his Haftarah series, he said, even if you don't study the books of the prophets, and all you study would be the Haftarot, if you know the Haftarot, you already know a great deal of the knowledge connected to so many of the prophets. So here's a chance for the study of the end of the book of Yechezkel, chapters 45 and 46. I'd like to focus on the first sentence in chapter 46, and I would like to read it on both its literal level and its expanded level. We read there the prophecy to Yechezkel about the vision, about the courtyard of God in the temple to be. Ko Amar Hashem Elokim, this is the message of Hashem. Sha'ar Hatzer Hapinimit Haponeh Kadim. There's a certain inner gate. The inner gate, the inner courtyard that faces eastward. Sha'ar HaChatzer HaPenimit, in the inner Chatzer, in the courtyard, the inner courtyard of this temple that facing eastward. There's a certain gate there that will not be open during the week. All of the details, many of the details of the temple are delineated in our chapters of study here at the end of the book of Yechezkel. Very, very beautiful, fascinating chapters to study. People have published, I think we have some of them here in the house, people have published diagrams trying to understand the concluding chapters of Yechezkel, visions of the third temple, ideas about the third temple, many of them based on our chapters. So he says there's one sha'ar there, there's one gateway that's closed the whole week. It's closed. Maybe there are certain synagogues also. I do hope that all the Batei Knesset in the world and all the Batei Midrash in the world and all the yeshivot in the world are filled to capacity every single day of the week. But I think in many places the attendance during the week is not on the same level as the attendance on Shabbat. We have one of the great shuls here in Yerushalayim, one of the most outstanding structures of any synagogue. Bells, right? They don't open that during the week. It's open during the week.
It might be called like a set call.
No, not the building. The main sanctuary. The main what? I think it's only like Shabbat, right?
Next to it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so that's right. There are many shuls like that. The ante room's open, the smaller shul, but the main sanctuary, the main Beit Knesset is for Shabbat. So maybe he's speaking it. Don't forget, this is talking about the future world, the world to be. Even then, it seems that the amount of people who will be frequenting the Beit HaMikdash, it will be different on special occasions, as in contradistinction to the regular weekdays. And he says here, when will it be open? It'll only be open on Shabbat and on Rosh Chodesh. Yihiyeh Sagur. Those following, chapter 46, verse 1. Komar Hashem Elokim. Sha'ar hechatzer hapenimit haponeh kadim. That inner gate facing eastward. Yihiyeh Sagur. Sheishet Yimei HaMaaseh. It will be closed during the six days of the week. The 6 days of Maaseh, the 6 days of regular labor, the gate is closed. Uviyom HaShabbat Yipateach, Uviyom HaChodesh Yipateach. And it will be open on Shabbat, and it will be open on Rosh Chodesh. A perfect pasuk to read, of course, on this particular Shabbat, because this Shabbat is a little bit of a combination of Shabbat and Chodesh. It's Parashat HaChodesh. It's always read, this Haftarah is always read either on Shabbat, Rosh Chodesh, Nisan. There are years where Rosh Chodesh falls out on Shabbat. Not this year, but there are years where Shabbat falls out on Rosh Chodesh, or the Shabbat before Rosh Chodesh. So if you're looking for a text to emphasize the greatness of Shabbat and Rosh Chodesh, this would be an ideal text to study. The gate is opening. Yom HaShabbat yipateach. Yom HaChodesh yipateach. And as I said, I think that's the literal reading of the. That's the literal reading of the text, and it has implications for the study of the temple structure. With your permission, I'd like to share a Hasidic reading that I saw in several Hasidic sources, and when I saw it, although I don't think that that's the simple reading of the pshat level of the pasuk, it just struck me as so beautiful. I want to share it. According to this reading, what our text is saying is something beyond the literal temple. And it is saying that there are gateways to blessing, gateways to repentance, that for some reason are closed the entire week. Sometimes so many of us, so many times, so many of us are trying to open up gateways. We're trying to open the door. We're trying to open the doors of opportunity. We're trying to open the doors connecting us to God. We're trying to open the doors connecting us to other people. We're trying to open up the doors of repentance. But we feel that inner gate, sometimes inside, something is locked. Did you ever feel like a certain kind of blockage, God forbid?